So James, I think we should really start by congratulating you. 300
Cheers.
appearances just through the week, and now 301 and 302 on this coming Saturday. Did you ever think you'd get there as a professional footballer?
No, not at all. Obviously, it was just a dream to play for Bradford at the time, and you know, I keep clocking up these appearances, and you know, it's obviously a credit to myself and you know, the management as well. I think I've played a big factor in that. You know, from keeping faith in me, you know, to playing me.
We've had some big names at this club over the years, and some big strikers, the likes of Bobby Campbell. Sean McCarthy was my personal favourite when I was a youngster. And we've just come through the car park at the club there, and there's about 20 or 30 junior bantams running around wanting your signature. You're their hero.
Yeah, well, some people's hero, some people's obviously not everyone's cup of tea, but
you can't be liked by everyone, James.
Yeah, but you know, as overall, you know, I really love it here, and I just give my all every week, and you know, I tend to score a few goals, you know, along the way. So that'll be good.
Are you a stats person? I mean, some strikers will say, "Oh, I don't even know how many games I've played, how many goals I've scored." Are you aware of your place in the sort of Bradford City folklore and history?
Well, to be honest, my dad keeps me aware every. You know, when it gets to you know, being in the all-time top goal scorers, top 10. You know, he started to let me know then, and obviously Saturday I wasn't aware of making that many appearances until you know, the gaffer told me. So it was nice to get the double on Saturday to, you know, as a celebration.
Okay, let's start at the very beginning. So you're playing non-league football for Guiseley, and everyone knows you're working at the Co-op. Take us back, you know, when you were dreaming of being a professional footballer. What was the plan then?
Just enjoying my football again. I think you know, when I was at Huddersfield as a young lad, you know, when I got picked up there, I was playing striker, playing Sunday League, and then I went to Huddersfield, and you know, straight away I was put left back. So
left back?
You know, I didn't
How tall were you?
even. I was small at the time, but
Right.
I didn't even get a chance, you know, to play football, you know, where I wanted to play. So, you know, I sort of got released there. I didn't really do great there, but you know, I wasn't in my preferred position, and my dad just said just to go and enjoy football again. So, started playing with my mates, and worked my way up through at Ecclesall United, because they had like the Sunday team had obviously the Saturday side. So, you know, I got picked there when I was 16, and just worked my way up there, and fortunately played Guiseley in a West Riding County Cup game, and that's where Terry Dolan and Mark Ellis spotted me there.
Yeah, two former bantams, of course. And you scored a lot of goals at Guiseley, didn't you?
Yeah, I played up front, like as a free up front, and first season I think I scored 25 and 21 the following season. We just missed out on the playoffs, but obviously thankfully for Bradford they were cutting the budget a little bit, so it allowed me to get a foot through the door. Yeah,
arguably one of our probably greatest ever signings in terms of the career that you've had, and you've scored some very important goals along the way. What was the change like from probably training a couple of times a week at Guiseley and then stacking shells probably during the week to taking that step up to being a professional footballer? Yeah, it was physically tough at the start. You know, I remember being really dead skinny and scrawny coming in here, and just even training every day, and you know, I was beefing up a bit and putting weight on, and you know, obviously it was hard at first, but you know, we didn't really have a fitness, you know, regime back then. You know, like we've got Nick Allenby now, so you know, I think since he's come to the club, he's played a massive factor in me getting fitter and leaner. Okay. So let's start with your first couple of goals. Do you remember any of your first goals? Do you remember your first goal? I've got some stats here in case you don't go on. Then talk us through your first goal.
I remember the start of the season. You know, I think we went 5 or 6 games without scoring. And Stuart McCall at the time decided to play me up front because I'd started on the left wing a few times, and it was a crazy game. I think it was 3-3 by half time or something silly like that. So we'd gone from not scoring at all for 5 games to scoring 3 in 45 minutes, and we won 5-4, I think, at Cheltenham.
I suppose similarities with the way we are at the moment. Yeah. It's funny, they do come along like buses, as they say, don't they? But yeah, you're right. First goal for Bradford City against Cheltenham Town on the 22nd of August 2009 in a 5-4 victory at Whaddon Road. It should say 5-4, thrilling victory here, whoever wrote these notes, but excellent memory there, James. So, first goal, you've scored 83 more since then, and you've scored some important ones. The Bradford City that you joined compared to the Bradford City now, bear in mind, we've gone through 2 administrations, we've had a promotion, you've been to Wembley twice, we've beaten Chelsea, Arsenal, Aston Villa along the way. You really can't have imagined this would happen when you signed?
No, I don't think no one could. You know, it's been a roller coaster, but you know, a lot of things have been positive, like you say, when you go through stuff like that. You know, they don't happen to many people in the career. Once one of them things, so to be fortunate to experience 4 or 5 of them big occasions, you know, was a brilliant feeling.
Should we talk about some of the really big ones?
Yeah, go on.
Notts County away, August 2012, Capital Cup first round, late winner, started that infamous run.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that very well. You know, that's probably one of my sweetest strikes for Bradford. I just curled it into the top corner, and I think they missed an open net, so we got a little bit of luck going on the way. But you know, we never thought we'd have had that journey that we had. Yeah,
so you score on with your head.
Yeah,
you score some beautiful strikes as well. My favourite ever goal, Aston Villa away, Villa Park. I'm there with God knows how many other Bradford City fans. We'd all gone down, and was it a Tuesday or a Wednesday night? I can't remember now. Certainly remember it snowing. We were in the Villa end because we couldn't get any tickets. It looked like they were getting back into the tie. They looked like a Premier League side at that point, and then you crop up and wall up that header in. Goodness me, I've still got the picture actually somewhere on my wall at home. I mean, what on earth were you thinking when that hit the back of the net?
Nah, not a lot, to be honest. You know, first half we did get battered, and Dukey made some great saves that night, and you know, the gaffer just pulled us in at half time and got us all calmed down and said, look, we're still ahead in the tie. Let's just go out and give us all second half. And you know, we got a bit of momentum going, and you know, sustained a bit of attack. And I remember Zav won a great corner for us from nowhere really, and Gaz has been putting good deliveries in all season, and you know, I managed to get my head on it.
Phil Parkinson, the manager, has an ability, doesn't he? An uncanny ability of I imagine giving these Churchillian speeches at half-time or before these big important games. What's he like as a manager? When sometimes when the chips are down or when the chips are up and you've got to hold on to a lead like an aggregate lead we did then?
Yeah, he's just he's so calm, you know, where he comes about his stuff. Obviously, we've played in some big games, and you wouldn't think it, you know, when you're in the dressing room with the gaffer, because you know, he's so calm, and the way he gets his stuff across is brilliant to the lads, and you know, it allows us to put on performances, especially at home, like we have done.
In the last few weeks, I suppose, the whole club has come under pressure. Phil's come under pressure, you've come under pressure, fans are entitled to their say. How does he sort of cajole and motivate players when the chips are down in that respect?
He's very good at it. You know, he just pulls you to one side, and you know, I remember at Peterborough, you know, not so long back, he was, you know, talking to me and just getting me going again, and you know, saying that you've built up, you know, such a big part of this club. You know, for you know, you need to keep your performances going, and you know, step up that what I know how you can play, and obviously to play the 300th game and manage to score 2 goals, that was, you know, I just want to kick on now.
As a professional footballer, is it difficult if people doubt you, even though you've given such long service, and clearly you're one of these players that is all about effort? You know, you could never say that James Hanson doesn't put effort in, but naturally, when we're going great guns, everyone's behind us. When perhaps things aren't going so well, you know, strikers, defenders, goalkeepers, managers, I get knocked by people. But is that just part of the job?
I think it's just part of the job. You know, I think the second season I struggled a little bit by that. You know, obviously having done so well in the first season, and second season didn't quite go to plan how I'd want it to go. But you know, I learnt a lot from that season, and you know, to be even more thick-skinned now. And you know, obviously, all strikers go through patches of not scoring, but I felt as a whole I've been getting the chances, so it was just a matter of time to start putting them in, and you know, I'm on a run again now, so it's nice to end the season well and score some more goals.
And you need people supporting you, don't you? You need people patting you on the back and saying, keep going, James, it'll turn.
Yeah, pretty much, which is what the gaffer has done, to be honest. You know, obviously he could have easily left me out of the side, but he's kept me in there and he's shown faith, so you know, I just wanted to repay him.
Good man. And everybody else as well. Right then, so Burton Albion in the playoffs, 2013, 20th, secured City's place in the end of season playoffs. And then, of course, Burton Albion away in the playoff semi-final. Playoff final against Northampton at Wembley. What's it like to score at Wembley?
Again, unbelievable feeling. You know, that game couldn't have gone as better as we planned it. You know, we did have the experience of playing Swansea a couple of months earlier. And,
do you think that helped? Like a lot of people have said that we went to Wembley the second time almost relaxed. We've been here before. Yeah,
it definitely helped. You know, we did when we went against Swansea. We did all the, you know, getting us families tickets sorted, and just the whole occasion. You know, we went in suits, and you know, I made it all as day, and obviously on the day we didn't turn up, but this time round it was just more relaxed. You know, we went in as tracksuits, we got us tickets sorted for his families early, which allowed us to concentrate on the game. And whereas probably Northampton did what we did against Swansea, and you know, turned up in suits, and you know, they were still looking around the ground, and we just had, you know, the focus of beating them, and you know, it showed in the first half.
It was a truly memorable day. In more recent times, your goal against Leeds United probably is going to be a lot of Bradford City's favourites. That header in front of the Kop in the Capital One Cup, which was an amazing evening last August. Wow. So we were 1-0 down, and we win 2-1, and the whole of Bradford went absolutely crazy that night. Is that one of your more sweeter goals, perhaps?
I think it's, yeah, definitely one of my more sweeter ones. You know, I've got a lot of friends and family that are, you know, Bradford and Leeds supporters, so I know all about the rivalry, and you know, the gaffer's a big factor, and he loves his history, and he was saying before the game that, you know, it was so many years before we'd beaten Leeds, so you know, it meant a lot, and probably wasn't the cleanest head I've ever headed goalwards, but you know, it went, you know, straight through the leg, so it was a nice feeling.
It was a very, very sweet feeling for the Bradford City fans. I had a sore head for many days after that. James, this is your 7th season playing for Bradford City, and you're still, relatively speaking, a young man as footballers go. What are your aspirations going forward for you individually, and for us, I suppose, as a club and a team?
I think like progression every year as a club. You know, we just missed out on the playoffs last year, and you know, the gaffer's strengthened again, and you know, we've had up and down form, but you know, I feel like we're coming really strong now into the last part of the season, and you know, we have got a lot of home games to play, which, you know, not many people would have thought. You know, I think we've got 9 or 10 left, you know, out of the 16 games we've got, so you know, we feel we're in a strong position to push on, and hopefully, you know, I feel the squad's good enough to go up if we can get in the playoffs.